So I got asked this great question yesterday at the end of a free seminar that I ran. And the question goes a little something like this. What is your philosophy on nutrition, Scott? Wow, what a question. So, how do you answer that one? So, philosophy of nutrition. I didn't really know where to start with it, to be honest. So I had to get a bit of clarity on exactly what was the sort of thing that she wanted to hear, first of all. And what she basically wanted to know was, do I sit in a certain nutritional camp? So, am I all about Paleolithic eating? Am I all about high carving? Am I about low carving? Am I about fasting? Am I about supplementing? Etc., etc., etc. So, a really, really good question, because let's face it, is the nutritional world is a complete and utter minefield. So what I thought I'd do in this video today is just give a good answer, because I think a lot of people are probably wondering the same sort of thing. Now, the first thing that we need to know about nutrition is that nutrition is probably going to give you about 80% of the results that you want to achieve. Most people have heard that figure before. But really, when it comes to trying to lose weight, or whether it means trying to gain weight, or even if it means just trying to feel damn good about yourself, bright and vibrant, nutrition's probably going to be the answer, the missing link in your transformational hierarchy that's holding you back. So it's really important to address. So where do we sit on nutritional philosophy? Well, the first thing I need to say is going to be you need to have flexibility. What I found, obviously, from my own weight loss journey and what I found from working with hundreds of other clients is that you cannot be static in your nutritional approach. You can't. What probably worked for you when you first began a weight loss journey, or what's perhaps worked for you in the past, may not work for you now, because you're a different person. As each day goes on, you change, which means that essentially your nutritional plan is going to need to change as well if it's going to keep up to date and get you the results that you want. So that's the first thing, is that your nutritional strategy needs to be flexible. So perhaps high carb worked for you in the past. It might not now. Perhaps you need to go on a high protein diet. Perhaps you do need to go a bit of fasting. But getting the right advice at the right time is really important. I think the second thing as well is that we need to actually explore this whole idea of digestion, because most people, I would say, who I work with don't digest their food particularly well. And if you're not digesting your food particularly well, it doesn't really matter what plan you're following, because it's all just sitting there anyway. Yes, of course, there's going to be some absorption, but you're not going to be getting the most out of that plan if you're not digesting well. How do we improve digestion? Well, we need to have a little look at stress, first of all, because obviously if you're under stress, if you're really finding it hard to deal with emotions or things that are going on in your life, is that you're not going to be digesting food very well. So it doesn't really matter whether you're counting calories, whether you're high carb or low carb. What you need to address first of all to get results is actually to improve your digestion. And then the other thing when it comes to the whole nutritional thing is joy and having choice. Is that a lot of people don't realise that joy is normally the biggest missing link in most programs. Most people approach a diet very negatively. It's about punishment, it's about restriction, it's about just endurance. And trust me, my friends, from someone who's been there and someone who's done it, is that if you are gritting your teeth to get through a nutrition plan, there's no joy in that plan, and you only repeat the things you enjoy. So of course you're going to go back to eating how you used to eat in the way that didn't serve you as well as perhaps it could do. So flexibility and joy, certainly important, as is digestion. So essentially my philosophy on nutrition is taking the good bits from the science, the bits that we know works, but then analysing it on a client by client basis. Where is that person? How are they feeling? How are they dealing with stress? How are they sleeping? How are they digesting? All of these sorts of things. That is how you apply clever nutritional strategies for general population clients. So Scott Marsh, the Mind Body Mentor, out for today, and I hope that helped in some way.